Alright, it's come to my attention. The pound for pound list is a little out of control. So I just took a quick peek, and I'm seeing Bilal Muhammad above Dricus du Plessis in pound for pound list. Now, I'm no Dana White, I'm not gonna glaze a fighter who doesn't warrant glazing, I think we can all admit Dricus du Plessis doesn't look the best out there, you know what I mean? Neither is Bilal Muhammad. Um, but why the fuck is he below Bilal in pound for pound list? Now, I know you could use the argument, well, Leon was up there and Bilal went ahead, but I think regardless of anything, you have to put Dricus du Plessis above Bilal Muhammad. So number one, not only does Dricus du Plessis have a title defense, all right, so we can get that out of there. Number two, um, Bilal Muhammad is in a lower weight division. Now I know that's like, you know, they're not in the same division. They haven't competed yet. It's leaked to, they're talking about maybe competing. I don't think Bilal's ever gonna want the smoke from DDP, the true African champ. But I think it's important that we distinguish something on the pound for pound list. The reason why someone like Alex Pereira and John Jones are so high on the list is because when we're talking pound for pound, we're assuming everyone is the same weight on this list. You know what I mean? And I think that's literally what it means. If you want to argue that, you're just like stupid, because I see a lot of MMA fans who, they openly call themselves out for being fake fans by bringing up stupid things with the pound for pound list. Dana White, all right, but no, real talk though. Like the reason why Alex Pereira is so high is not only because he's a 2 division champion, but it's because he's a 2 division champion and he's in the second highest weight class, arguably like the most competitive weight class because of the weight. Because I feel like most athletes aren't gonna walk around at like 260 pounds. I feel like it's pretty realistic for an athlete to be anywhere from 180 to 220, and if you're 220, you might as well cut down to 205 type of situation. So Alex Pereira, I think, is completely justified. In my opinion, he should be higher than Islam as well. Just because I know Islam has more defenses on paper, but Alex Pereira, he just looks better out there. You know what I mean? And he's finishing people. Islam's going to decisions. He's going in a lot of decisions. I'm seeing a Volkanovski decision. I'm seeing a Dustin Poirier decision. You know what I mean? Justin Gaethje did it, but we won't get into that. Maybe save that for another video. But no, I got a pretty big problem with Bilal Muhammad being above. Now, I know we shit on Bilal. I know everyone thinks he's a joke, and now we're in the boring era of EPO, PED using cheats, being on the pound for pound list. It's a sad state. But if you even if I gave Bilal Muhammad the most credit possible, there's still no reason for Bilal Muhammad to be above in the pound for pound ranking. If we're talking about win streaks, uh, what was it? I don't remember his win streak. But we can see here, we got Bilal Muhammad 24-3, and if we take a quick peek, we got Dricus du Plessis 22-2. So one loss I think counts way more in terms of a record here. But he's also got a longer fighting winning streak. I think that's another thing. We can kind of look at here. I think. What is Bilal's winning streak? Wins by submission. What's his winning streak? Is it like 5? So his last loss was. Who the fuck did he lose to? Win, win, no contest. Win, 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 win. Oh, wait. Win. Who the fuck did he... Ah, this is when it was. Jeff Neal. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Okay, 9 winning streak. Okay. So not only does Dricus du Plessis have one more title defense than Bilal, because Bilal currently sits at that, fat 0. You Bilal fans, I don't, maybe there's one of you in the entire internet, but, you're there. Really quiet now, just saying. Anyways. Yeah, Dricus du Plessis not only has one less loss, not only has one more fight winning streak, and not only has one more title defense, but he's in a higher weight class. Why the fuck is he not above Belal? Like, I know this is only one mark here, or like one rank here, but like, this is just like, is Dana White controlling this list right now? You know? Are we gonna see John Jones just skyrocket to #1 overnight or something? Like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even realize it. I just signed on today and I saw the rankings, and I think this is just horse shit. Maybe this has been around for a while, but why are we just lowering Dricus du Plessis? Bro's gonna fight probably by the end of this year. Belal's gonna be out for like 2 more years, maybe. He won't fight until he's 38, you know what I mean? And then his excuse will be age. The EPO will run out, you know? Meanwhile, the true African king standing on business in middleweight. Because another thing, we don't even have to talk about, like Belal moving. If Belal moved up, it's not like I think everyone can admit, it's not like, well, Belal instantly beats Dricus. Belal is still like Belal, you know what I mean? He'll go to a decision, and he has a weak 5th round in every single fight. No, I don't think you understand. Every single fight, he has a weak performance in round 5. But what I will say, couldn't beat Gilbert Burns with one arm. Hey, just saying. Look what JDM did. Just saying. But listen, I don't want to take anything away from Belal, right? Belal's the champ. He's a welterweight champ. He earned his belt. He beat Leon Edwards. May or may not be cheating, but I'm not gonna, assuming he's not cheating, I don't think it's fair for him to be above Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis literally owns this guy in every category. You know, if we look at wins, oh my god, if we look at wins by submission, Belal's got 1, brother. Look at the true African king over here. You know, flawless in the UFC. Belal's lost in the UFC. You know, I'm not seeing no contests on Dricus du Plessis' record. You know what I mean? Fuck, man. 9 wins by knockout, 11 by submission. Belal has 5 by knockout and 1 by submission. Ew, brother. Ew. Like, what are we doing? And this guy's above Dricus du Plessis? Like, this shit's crazy. You know? I don't know. Maybe the UFC lost their mind because Merab won that decision. You know? Because he robbed it from O'Malley. Just saying. But, you know, I think we can all admit that Belal Muhammad does not deserve to be above Dricus du Plessis. You can say cope, rage, whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit at all, because you're just wrong. There's nothing that Belal Muhammad does better than Dricus, other than, what, cardio? And even then, you know, Dricus has looked better in the 5th round than arguably Belal ever has. Just saying, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Me, personally, he doesn't make it to the final round, okay? He doesn't make it to that 5th round. Just saying. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about that. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the good old featherweight division right now. Holy shit. Right, Diego Lopez is 3. So the other thing I want to talk about, Aljamain Sterling is a weak man who got a little sniffle. So he's out of the fight. I don't know if you've heard. But he is out because he is a pussy. Now that's official news from Aljamain Sterling. He admits it himself. You can find it somewhere. He's just a little weak pussy bitch that doesn't want to fight the only fighter in the UFC who's never got a finish. Just saying. So Mozavar Evloev is probably fighting no one, and he'll pull out because we know all these wrestlers, they'll never show up on short notice to take on anyone, and the moment they do, they typically get knocked out. So Evloev's probably not going to take that risk. So we'll see a matchup. Now, if you're asking me what I think the matchup should be, I've been seeing some Gene Silvas out there. Personally, I think the type of guy to show up would probably be a Dan Ige. I wouldn't mind a Dan Ige, Mozavar Evloev. I wouldn't mind a Diego Lopes. Honestly, Diego Lopez would probably show up short notice, no cap. He probably doesn't give a fuck, you know. Roasted him on Twitter. If you haven't seen that, Guru's got a good video on that. Go check that out. If not, you can just read it yourself on Twitter. It's a new hot topic if you type in Diego Lopez. Now, I would also like to see a Josh Emmett, but, like, Josh Emmett's just... He's old. He's probably not willing to cut the weight on short notice. Arnold Allen would actually be a good show. I think Arnold Allen, if he's willing to take the short notice fight, I probably would. I don't think he has a fight coming up, but I think Dan Ige would probably take it if he could. I think Evloev is just gonna pull out. Like, there's no reason. He probably sees no benefit. I do think it's kind of criminal that Aljamain's number 9, but I guess he is boring, and he did beat... Who did he beat? Calvin Kattar? Yeah, wow. You know? But yeah, so wanted to cover those 2 topics, and, you know, maybe early prediction on Yuri Alex Pereira. I do think Alex Pereira's taking it. Or, sorry, it's not Yuri, my bad. What's his name? Khalil Roundtree. Where is he? Number 9 and number 8. Oh, he's number 8. Oh, shit. Okay. I think Alex wins. I think he's going to sleep him. But interesting matchup, I guess. Like, especially because Khalil's doing this whole, I've never shot a takedown. I've never done anything. I'm predicting Khalil's going to get in there. He's going to do, like, this funky blitz, and then he's just going to get KO'd, you know? And I understand, like, styles make fight. Khalil might have a good style against Pereira. I'm just sorry, man. If you take... He literally knocked out Anthony Smith twice in that fight. Like, if you want to go back and watch Khalil Anthony Smith, he knocked out Anthony Smith twice. He just didn't pull the trigger the first time. Like, he literally... Smith was just out cold on the ground, fucking cowering in fear. And he was just sitting there waiting, just looking at him. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Khalil, in my opinion, he's just got no... He's got no hunger when it comes to, you know, that blood in a fight. You know what I mean? Like, when he rocks an opponent, he's got that Kevin Gastelum brain where he doesn't know if he's actually rocked, you know? But instead in Khalil, he just does nothing, where Kevin, if he rocks you, he'll just shoot a takedown like a dumbass. But yeah, that's how I see that fight going. Just an early prediction. I'll probably go more in depth when the fight's closer. Other than that, yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Wanted to get out the whole ranking situation because I think it's retarded. I think Mozavar Evloev is just going to pull out of the fight because he's a pussy, and we all know wrestlers, they'll never take a short notice fight because they're shit. Just saying, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Get off my chest, get into this video. So, if you made it to the end, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you have a good day.